Hey, what's going on? This is Malcolm, and I am back with another M3 gaming video. I'm playing in Festival of the Lost in Destiny 2. I'm running Stasis. I have to get pulse rifle kills for one of the challenges. They got a Jurassic Green is back. I think it's like the third iteration of it, but it has a native trait of field tested, and I really like that. So I'll get the curated role, whatever it is, and run in Disparity with Osteomancy gloves. Is Grenadier. I don't know what the burn is, but I got all three covered, and again, post rifle kills. I'm not sure what I'm going to be listening to. I often bring up a podcast, and I've been kind of out of it. I took a break and still taking a break. I may not be on the M3 live streams, but I'm trying to help support all the guys who are putting so much hard work into making shows. It's really fun, but also a lot of work. And, I want to make sure I show their support. I'm not sure what Greg is doing for this evening. They already scheduled a link, but I'll help support whatever he's got planned. So I'm going to try to go for a flawless run. I'm running Osteomancy gloves and a headstone pulse rifle. Disparity, which also has the native trait of dealing more damage to stasis crystals at Hake Breach Armaments, I think it is. I'm going to be abusing that right there. Yeah, I like this build. It's pretty good. Okay. I wonder why I'm amplified. I guess it has something to do with the Festival of the Lost. Okay.
She won't escape this time. Retreat isn't an option for her. Not with the moon without her. Expect the worst, Guardian. Devota has no choice but to retreat.
All right, got that one. All right.
Happy to send the message, Commander. Excellent work. Return to the tower.
All right, let me check podcasts.
What are you going to dress as?
This is it. I missed Halloween this year.
It's today.
I know, but I'm missing it.
Me too.
What'd you do on Saturday? Or Friday?
On Saturday, I
right,
did
you
a
were out
Positive
before.
America show
Yeah.
in Louisville.
The
Yeah.
spookiest activity of all.
Yeah. Politics.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Did you celebrate Halloween when you were in Cleveland?
What? No, they don't have it there.
Okay.
Oh.
They don't have Halloween in Cleveland. People think it's everywhere, but it's actually almost everywhere. But they actually don't yet have Halloween in Cleveland. It hasn't gotten to Cleveland yet.
What did
You know,
do?
like in
dress
Eastern
up as
Europe,
each
they're just getting Everybody Loves Raymond. What?
You should have all dressed up as each other for the
I
show.
think
You kinda
actually
did.
that they did, but nobody noticed. And we're back. Let's get into it. What a weekday. In just 75 days, Republicans in Iowa will gather to caucus. For months, the primaries have felt pretty stagnant. Trump at 50, DeSantis at like 20 if he's lucky, the rest in single digits. DeSantis and the rest of these jagoffs test their little stilted, exquisitely crafted poll tested messages. Trump drops into Iowa for an hour, does like a tight 5, and how microwaves have gotten too complicated. They don't make shows like Bewitched anymore. Next poll comes out, Trump up 5, DeSantis down 5, rinse, repeat. But we finally have some action, guys. Things are changing, things are shifting, things are moving. Isn't that exciting?
Give me action.
Like in your intestines.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Peristalsis.
Bowel movement in
Some
Iowa.
comfortable rumble.
On Saturday, we learned that we won't have Vice President Mike Pence to hang around anymore, as he became the first major candidate to drop out of the GOP presidential primary. His campaign never really rose very high, though that's better than what his opponents wanted, which was for Pence to reach a modest height and then drop very quickly. They wanted to hang him.
Mm-hmm.
He announced his withdrawal during a speech at the Republican Jewish Coalition's annual meeting in Las Vegas.
So after much prayer and deliberation, I have decided to suspend my campaign for president effective today.
Finally, a nice surprise for the Jews. So today we bid adieu to the Mike Pence campaign.
I will remember you.
I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years. And for full disclosure.
Remember you.
I'm going to put him down as a maybe.
Pass you by.
It's a cute.
Nice. Meanwhile, a new... Stop, stay here.
It's actually Malcolm dressed as pundit.
Very compelling, Malcolm.
Meanwhile, a new Des Moines Register poll found that Donald Trump still has a huge
Nice
lead in
shit
Iowa with
there.
43% support, but Nikki Haley is rising for the first time, running even with Florida governor and arch support enthusiast Ron DeSantis at 16%. Congratulations to Nikki Haley on her brilliant strategy for catching up to Ron DeSantis by waiting patiently for Ron DeSantis to say and do things. As the anti-Trump vote remains divided between Haley, DeSantis, and the remainder, anti-Trump Republican donors are increasingly panicked that no single alternative has managed to consolidate support. I'm no single alternative, insisted Senator Tim Scott. I'm a taken alternative because of my relationship. I have sex, and I know exactly where the secret magic lady part is you hear so much about.
What's the lady part called?
I don't know.
Say it.
Say it.
What do you think it is?
The flower.
That's
Oh
so much
my-
worse
oh
than
no.
I could have said.
That's some Troye Sivan Bloom shit.
That sucked.
That was tough. That we took that like a bullet.
What do you, I can't. You want me to say like the actual word?
Well,
Or the shorter
not,
version.
Not now. I don't want to hear anything ever again. I'm gonna stop listening.
Listen, I think we can all agree that Tim Scott and I have a similar level of sexual experience when it comes to.
Anything.
Say it.
Speaking of Senator Tim Scott, the senator told Hugh Hewitt on Monday that his presidential campaign has made the decision that it's Iowa or bust for us, which unfortunately is the only way he knows how to bust, according to his non-existent girlfriend. Doesn't
I
really
like
make
that one.
sense. It should be Iowa and bust.
Does any of this make any sense?
About the failure of Republicans to gain on Trump. A lot of some of it makes sense.
Can't wait.
Pundit, buddy, come here.
Malcolm.
Come here. Come on, buddy. Pundit, come on.
Is this it? Malcolm strung himself down. That was the most compelling part of the
Yeah,
concept.
you're really committed.
You want to letting her out?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Should go feed the beater.
About the failure of Republicans to gain on Trump, Frances Rooney, a former Florida congresswoman and Bush official, told ABC News, "Nothing seems to work. No one has been able to crack the code to gain on Donald Trump." Continued Rooney, "They've tried everything. Racism, everything." But as Haley rises in Iowa, is she becoming the Trump alternative the anti-Trump Republicans have been jonesing for? Let's see how Nikki Haley did at the Republican Jewish Coalition event.
We cannot have 4 years of chaos, vendettas, and drama. We can't afford to go down that road. Not now. 8 years ago, it was good to have a leader who broke things. But right now, we need a leader who also knows how to put things back together. America needs a captain who will steady the ship, not capsize it.
Sure, 8 years ago, breaking stuff was awesome. I was swinging a big mallet with the best of them, and it felt great. But things are different now. Now I'm looking around, and I can't help but notice all this broken shit. Haley said that while Trump was a pro-Israel president during his first term when she was ambassador to the UN, the question is, what will he do in the future? So let's just go through Nikki Haley's pitch here. You need a person you can trust on foreign policy, and you can trust me because of all the good I did in Trump's first term, which is also what Trump did during his first term because I worked for him. So you can't trust Trump to continue to do what I did, but you can trust me to keep doing what Trump did. Are you following? Can you believe DeSantis is so bad at this that I am the alternative? Meanwhile, in his own speech at the Las Vegas Jewish event, Donald Trump said to loud cheers, "The United States will stand with Israel America 100% without hesitation, without qualification, and without any apology. We're not going to be apologizing. Later that day, Eric Trump subtly tried to use the analogy of Israel to explain to his father what unconditional love is, but Trump barely looked up from his phone. Trump also used the Republican Jewish Forum to go after pro-Palestinian protesters.
I will cancel the student visas of Hamas and sympathizers on college campuses. The college campuses are being taken over.
Yes, sadly, college campuses aren't what they used to be. Places where you can have sex with nubile co-eds because you're wearing a Darth Vader costume and they think you're their boyfriend. I'm sorry, wait, that's actually Revenge of the Nerds. People don't talk enough about that.
I think about it once a week. I saw that movie way too young, rotten all the way through.
That's fucked up.
Not good.
I've never seen it.
Me neither.
It also doesn't constitute revenge. It's not what revenge is. Those
No.
nerds shouldn't have done it.
No.
Wait, the nerds shouldn't have done it? Or
The
the
nerds
nerds getting
shouldn't
wait, are the nerds getting revenge or having revenge begotten on them?
No, I'm
The
sorry.
nerds-
What?
Well, are
The
you,
nerds are getting revenge.
the whole premise of the film is nerds getting revenge.
No,
It's called
I-
Revenge of the Nerds.
It's not revenge on the nerds.
No, but you just said the nerds should have done it.
Right. Well, in this film,
Yes.
in this era, the way a man would take revenge on another man would be by putting on a costume and having sex with that man's girlfriend without her knowing that she was having sex with the nerd.
Right.
Right, which
Because
again,
it-
you wouldn't do unless they were wearing some sort of costume.
Or revenge on a girlfriend.
Yes, I would say it's
Vengeance on the girlfriend.
for sure.
And at the end of the movie, they end up together. That's the most fucked up part.
Wait, the nerd and the girl?
Yes.
Trump may be losing his edge a little. Hamas sympathizers takes way longer to say than Muslims. Then at a rally in Iowa, Trump incorrectly praised the audience as being from Sioux Falls, which is in South Dakota, and had to be reminded that he was actually in Sioux City, which is in Iowa.
A very big hello to a place where we've done very well. Sioux Falls. Thank you very much, Sioux Falls. So, Sioux City, let me ask you.
Sounds like someone had a little senior moment, said President Biden, ordering an ice cream cone from an armored bank truck. All the while, Trump's legal woes continued. U.S. District Judge Tanya Chutkan reinstated a gag order on Donald Trump in the January 6 case, once again limiting his public comments about prosecutors, court staff, or potential witnesses. Gag me once, shame on me. Gag me twice, that's a kick. After the order was reimposed, Trump wrote on Truth Social, I have just learned the very biased Trump-hating judge in D.C., who should have recused herself due to her blatant and open loathing of your favorite president, me, has reimposed a gag order, which will put me in a disadvantage against my prosecutorial and political opponents. I love the way Trump gets tired 2/3 of the way through a truth and passes the phone to someone who knows 3-syllable words. Fart, 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 me, witch hunt that puts me at a disadvantage against my prosecutorial and political opponents.
Hey, don't go anywhere. There's more of Love It or Leave It coming up.
Happy holidays, people. Shaq here. If you haven't already switched to the cartridge-free Epson EcoTank printer, how are those cartridges working out for you? They still constantly running out of ink, costing you a fortune and driving you crazy? Come on now, don't get cartridge. Switch to Epson EcoTank. EcoTank comes with big bottles of ink that you pour into EcoTank's 4 big ink tanks. So much ink you can print all you want. So don't get cartridge. This holiday season, switch to Epson EcoTank. Just fill and chill. Visit EpsonEcoTank.com.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Talk about a time in your life when you know what was good for you, but your brain was getting in the way. E.g., trying to fall asleep at night and your racing thoughts keep you awake. Happens all the time.
To the best of us and to the worst of us.
And you know your brain's gonna get in your way, but then you gotta get your brain out of your way so that your brain can do what your brain does, which is you. You are your brain. What do you mean your brain gets in your way? What does that mean? Get in the way of what? The brain? The point is therapy. Everybody needs it, especially you. Therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Also, you are your brain. Your mind is in there. You are the friend. There's no person operating a machine inside of you, because who would be operating that machine? There'd have to be a person inside of that machine and a person inside of that
It's a
machine.
big debate in philosophy.
Homunculus, they call it.
Oh my God.
Tommy knows, as do all of you, that we all need therapy. BetterHelp.com/loveit. Get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp, HELP.com/loveit. Where is the soul? BetterHelp.com/loveit. Also, since we recorded on Thursday, there's been a development in the Democratic primary as well. Minnesota Congressman and alcohol and gelato magnate Dean Phillips announced last week that he will challenge President Biden for the nomination. I'm sorry, who? Said Doug Burgum. Said the 54-year-old congressman on NBC News on Friday, I am younger. Okay, but so are the vast majority of Americans. That can't be your campaign's motto. Anyway, if I were Biden, I tell Dean Phillips what I tell producer Brian every time he reminds me he's younger, so that I'll retire and he can take over the show. Drop dead, you string being nobody. Hey, drop dead, you string being nobody.
I'm so young. It's gonna be so long until I drop dead.
All right. In response to Congressman Phillips jumping into the race, a Biden spokesperson said this.
I don't know her.
No, okay, they actually said this.
I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
No, what they actually said was, President Biden is proud of the historic unified support he has from across the Democratic Party for his reelection. Speaking of, President Biden on Monday signed a sweeping new executive order tackling a range of issues related to AI, placing new safety requirements on developers and directing federal agencies to evaluate the technology's risks for consumers and workers. In a streamed public address following the executive order, an 18-fingered Biden explained his reasoning in one 15-minute, unbroken, perfectly delivered sentence and asked his supporters to send crypto. In his actual speech, Biden noted the dangers of deepfakes, saying this.
With AI, fraudsters can take 3 seconds, and you all know this, 3-second recording of your voice. I've watched one of me on a couple of times. I said, when the hell did I say that?
Turns out that was one of Biden's real speeches that he forgot, but the point stands. Biden continued as follows.
I don't like that one bit, Jack, but I'll tell you what I do like. I like getting on the Amtrak, going straight to the quiet car. First thing I do, I make a call, full volume, okay? Nobody shushes you when you're the president. Nobody's pointing at the sign and giving you a dirty look. I tell you, Jill and I can have phone sex as loud as we please right there on the quiet car, and we do. I'm not kidding. Anyway, that's what the robots don't want you to know.
Thank you, Tommy, as our chief Biden AI
Fraud
whisperer,
officer.
fraud officer, yeah. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and new House Speaker Mike Johnson are on a collision course over Ukraine funding, with McConnell wanting to keep it bundled with military aid to Israel and Johnson wanting to bifurcate the aid packages. Pretty easy to avoid colliding with McConnell, though. Just got to wait till he freezes, then you just kind of wheel him out of the way like a wax figure. Asked on Monday whether he would resign, Benjamin Netanyahu told reporters, "The only thing that I'm going to have resigned is Hamas. We are going to resign them to the dustbin of history. That's my goal. That's my responsibility. The only thing that I'm going to have resigned is Hamas is something you can say about any job you're asked to resign from. It doesn't have to be Prime Minister of Israel. That's something you can always go back to, which is important."
Wouldn't it be so nice if someone asked you to resign? I'd be like, twist my arm.
Brian.
I'm so sorry. Hey, come on. Hey.
Happy Halloween.
Meanwhile, an angry anti-Semitic mob, Jesus, stormed a Russian airport on Sunday looking for a plane that was carrying passengers from Tel Aviv. They're Russian, all right, rushing to kill some Jews. And let this be a lesson to anyone else considering flying Spirit without purchasing an additional add-on. You may not think you want that $29.99 pogrom insurance, but there you are. It looks like Odessa in 1871 out the plane window, and you're kicking yourself.
Do you guys buy insurance for flights?
Every
No.
time. Oh,
No.
they got me every time.
What?
I also tip every time I buy anything. If it gives you opportunity to tip, I'm tipping.
Tipping is
That's
different. Tipping is different than buying the
You guys
travel
like when you buy a
insurance.
can of soda, it's like, you want a tip for those?
Yes, but I'm saying, like, if something is offered to me, I'll say yes. I will also do that. It's just the same instinct. I'm like, insurance.
Those are
Clearly, I
very
need
different
insurance.
things, though.
Brian, you of all people should be buying insurance for things.
Wow.
Happy Halloween.
Kendra from downtown.
Okay, I'm always at the airport early, as evidenced by the fact that I made my flight despite the fact that my Uber driver to LAX last time ran out of gas on the middle of the
Okay,
highway.
somehow that
You
was
should
your fault.
always buy insurance.
Somehow that was
for
your
things.
fault, though.
Was that my fault?
Somehow.
I did pay for the gas.
Wait, what?
I need to tip.
He didn't have his wallet on him, so
Oh.
I paid for the
Yeah,
gas.
obviously, he ran against the highway.
I'm sorry. Wait a second. What? You were in a.
Oh wait, are you guys going to handle this for me? Kendra said one of you would get in a fight with Uber for me.
I'll happily do
Yeah,
that.
no, I told him that like he should come to us.
Thank you.
Oh my.
This is why you can't buy insurance. You gotta have money on hand for gas.
I'm sorry. So you were in an Uber to the airport.
Mhm.
He said, "I'm going to run out of gas if I don't pull into a gas station."
No,
right
no,
now."
no. He said I am out of gas. We are pulling over to the side of the highway. We are out
The
of
left
gas.
side. The left side.
So he pulled over to the left side
Which
of the
is
highway.
terrifying.
The passenger side
The
mirror was
worst
literally
side.
in the highway. I thought I was going to die.
Right.
And then-
And he kept saying, "This has never happened before."
But then what happened? How did you get to a gas
So
station?
we didn't get to the gas station. We both called AAA. His AAA guy got there first, and then he talked to his AAA guy while I was on the phone with mine. So I didn't realize he only asked for a single gallon of gas. The guy was like, "How much gas do you need?" And the guy was like, "Oh, just 1 gallon is fine." And then he gets there, and then he's like, "Oh, I can't pay for the gas. I don't have my wallet. Can you pay for the gas? I don't Venmo you."
What?
And then I paid for the single gallon of gas. It was $10. He did Venmo me.
Oh,
okay.
And then I don't know what his plan was after he dropped me off at the airport because he didn't have much gas.
But
left.
you got Venmo for the $10.
Yes.
Then what is the fight we want to have with Uber?
But I almost died
No, you
So you
did. How
so
did you almost
okay,
die?
okay.
because he pulled over to the left side of the
You
highway.
really shouldn't be doing that.
Well, look,
Well,
I
sure,
agree
but
that
that's
that's
not
bad.
your
But I
debt.
thought this was
Right.
about recouping some
You're right.
expense.
No.
This is more of a narking situation.
I'm a narc.
Well, I think if you had paid for this guy's gas, I think because he had fucked up and didn't have his wallet, which is wild because one thing that's in your wallet is the driver's license you surely should have while driving people around Los Angeles. I would say that's one thing, but it's another to say, oh, he actually did pay you back.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
He made you.
He kept saying, "Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about every other part."
I'm on Brian's side. If you're picking up someone for a drive from you're in like say down on the east side to LAX, you need to make sure that your car is filled with
Well,
gas.
this is also not even a personal expense. This is a cricket expense. Now I'm back in it. So I do think you should get refunded for the ride.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, I'm back in
you
it. We should
should
get a
have
refund.
anyways.
We should get a
Okay.
refund.
He just
You
kept
paid for this.
repeating, "Thank God I have a warranty." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "You should get a warranty." And I was like, "On what?"
We should have him on.
So no, I don't get travel.
General Motors has reached a tentative agreement with the United Auto Workers, becoming the last of the big three to do so and potentially ending the 6-week strike. And thank God, because I almost had to nix my Buick LeSabre costume on Halloween. I was going to go as a Buick LeSabre, because the SAG, because the actors union said you couldn't go as your favorite. It would be scabbing to go as your favorite movie characters if you're an actor in the strike, because it would be, I suppose, promoting the film.
I used to have a LeSabre. I'm a huge fan.
Because
really?
you did, that checks out.
Yeah.
Honestly, an early sign that you were not straight. Actually, is
Ooh.
you driving a Buick
It was a
LeSabre.
1995 powder blue Buick LeSabre owned by my great aunt. It was beautiful.
As it is Halloween, I do want to go back to the fact that the union
Yeah.
said that actors couldn't wear Halloween costumes based on studio films.
Mhm.
Because of all the things Halloween does, like it would never occur to me that like someone going as, I don't know,
BARBIE.
Barbie. Like how many people are like, I saw Barbie on the street, I should watch Barbie.
It's an
I guess not non-zero, it probably happens.
But that's a good point because it's an existing IP. So it's like you could be just dressed as Barbie.
In the same way that-
evoking a movie is questionable.
Right, in the same way that if you want, you can go as the Tin Woodsman.
Or
But not
Robert
the-
Oppenheimer.
Or Robert Oppenheimer, but you can't go as the Tin Man from the movies. You have to be the Tin Woodsman because that's from the books.
I carved the Cowardly Lion into a pumpkin yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Freaking scab.
Did you get a shirt?
And his friend's rusher knocked on my
Yeah.
door.
Oh, I wish. Oh, that's how you summoned her. Carve it all night. Just hoping she'll show up like she's Santa.
Howie's kink is getting yelled at by Fran Dresser for being a scab.
Oh,
That's
yeah, Howie's king.
Yeah, that's America's king.
And finally, California Governor Gavin Newsom was in China last week, where he absolutely demolished a small child during a pickup basketball game in Beijing. Man, they absolutely ate it. Said a 20-something project manager at a tech company driving 90 minutes in traffic to work from the only home he could afford. At least somebody's getting high-speed railed. We don't have any fucking trains here.
No.
You know, just a lot of traffic and expensive houses. You know?
Shoes with absolutely no traction whatsoever.
Yeah, he ate it with that basket. Those were not the right shoes to play basketball against that child.
No.
Lazarus, any thoughts?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Lazarus, you should have like the last word of every Tuesday monologue.
And that's our show. Thank you to Hallie, Brian, Kendra, and Sarah. And I just want to take a moment to thank Pallavi Gunalan, who's an incredibly funny writer and who is leaving the show after making Love It or Leave It so much funnier and better week after week for more than 3 years. We will miss you and thank you for everything. We'll be out Saturday with our Portland show and Monday with our Seattle show and back Tuesday with another episode of What a Weekday. Content never sleeps. Neither do we. See you sluts on Saturday.
Bye, sluts.
Happy Halloween.
Oh God, I love that. Calling your audience sluts. Oh God. Okay. I think this is the challenge that I need to complete. I'll mark it.
Recording well in advance from Glory Hole Studios in Chicago and beyond. This is Cognitive Dissonance. Every episode we blast anyone who gets in our way. We bring critical thinking, skepticism, and irreverence to any topic that makes the news, makes it big, or makes us mad. It's skeptical, it's political, and there are no cyber Eckhart-Burgers.
We're recording in advance because while this is playing, I'm in New Orleans.
You are in New
So I'm
Orleans.
going to be heading down to New Orleans. This is my first time as a podcaster traveling for work. Not really. I'm actually traveling. My wife is traveling for work. She's going to be going to a conference down there. And I am going to be taking a cooking class. I signed up for it.
Are you really?
Yeah. So there's a cooking class down there. That's a day. It's a couple-hour cooking class. You make a couple of things. I already know how to make bananas Foster, but they're going to teach you how to probably do bananas Foster. I'd be interested to see how someone else makes it.
Is it run by the Cajun chef? A little one for
I
you.
hope so.
A little wine for me.
The food is going to almost certainly require a roux, and that'll be fun to like learn about the darker roux colors. So I'm interested to see sort of what that leads. But I am going to be taking a cooking class while I'm down there.
That's awesome.
And I'll be visiting. I'll be basically down there while my wife is in a conference. But we decided to travel together to go down there, and I decided, well, I'd try to figure out some things to do while I'm down there. So I'm going to be doing a cooking class, and we go out to dinner and just sort of enjoy her time. We're going to take 2 days after the conference to sort of relax and enjoy our time down there too.
Good for you.
But we'll be back this upcoming week with a new show. But this show is being recorded in advance when we recorded our other show because I'm going to be gone for a little while.
Well, and I think that that's perfectly fine because the news cycle runs so slow.
Yeah,
hardly anything happens.
We'll be fine. Also, too, we're going to be talking a lot about Trump on this one because there's some funny shit that Trump did.
Some really
that's
funny
super
shit.
hilarious.
So just settle in. We're just going to entertain you.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, well done. Raw onion, ketchup, pickle.
So the story surprised me when I read it. Cecil comes from the Raw story. Trump furious at GOP lawmaker for ruining plan to inject reality TV drama into speaker race, according to a report. So as you are all aware, and I'm sure this has not been resolved by the time
I can't imagine that. You know what? I am not sure that will be resolved by the time this plays.
I'm actually fairly certain it won't be resolved. I will bet you lunch somewhere at some point that we do not have a speaker.
Okay,
in the House.
I will be team Republicans can figure it out before this airs. Right. Now, is this airing for patrons or airing for the wide audience?
Airing for the wide audience.
So you're willing to even go as far as airing for the wide audience?
Yes.
So this is like the 20th of October.
Yeah.
We are at like 8 days. You're saying they're not going to.
I don't think they'll have a speaker in 8 days. Yeah, I don't think they'll have a speaker in 8 days. So, but this is Trump said, well, you know,
it's the 23rd. No, it's more. It's like 10 days.
Fine.
You're okay with that? All right. Okay. All right.
All right. So evidently, Trump had a fucking cockamamie plan to go to Washington and to run for Speaker of the House.
Well, he was going to be. They had already suggested a couple times, and he had already been questioned about this by reporters that said they might elect you or nominate you as Speaker of the House. How would you deal with it? And so he's already talked about this.
Right.
And then
but he was going to actually fly to Washington.
He was going to fly to Washington to again sort of insert himself into this drama that does not include him.
Right.
And that's the most important piece of this is that whenever there's drama that doesn't include him, he wants it to include it.
Right. And he absolutely cannot be Speaker. He cannot. He's got felony indictments. You cannot be under indictment for felonies and still be Speaker of the House. You can. But like you don't have to be a congressperson. So, but all of this was just for him to go and then to like be there and then at the last minute to then endorse his guy.
Yeah.
In order for him, like you said, to have his like limelight moment. This strikes me as a great limelight moment though, because like, can you imagine if he flies to Washington? Because I can totally see this happening right now. It's so dysfunctional. Fly to Washington, do his little like, and behind this curtain, and then you know, and then
it's deal or no deal.
Yeah, and then he endorses a knucklehead, and then that knucklehead fails the vote.
Oh God, that's perfect. And that's what happened too, because as it stands right now, he was going to throw his support behind Jim Jordan.
Right.
And one of the guys who was in there, the line in this is really funny. Like the way they say it. So it says Republican Troy Nils, I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to say Nels, apparently didn't follow the instruction because he wanted to keep it quiet. He wanted to keep this whole thing quiet. Whatever you do, don't tell anybody that I'm going to do the big reveal. I'm going to do this over here, distract you for a second, and then I'm going to do the big reveal.
The prestige.
By the way. And so what he said was, apparently he didn't follow instruction and let the cat out of the bag on Wednesday. So on Wednesday night at 9:32 on Twitter, they say X here, but it's Twitter,
not do that.
saying that he just spoke to Trump and he planned to endorse Jordan. And then here's a quote from Trump. This is what his advisor said. Niels totally fucked this up, end quote. And he said, Niels has all the patience of a dog waiting to be let out of a car.
I think that's a great line.
End quote, the Republican said. He said that he was pissed. He was pissed at Niels because he wound up fucking letting the cat out of the bag and basically saying, hey, and multiple people said Trump was annoyed by this. He wanted to do, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Yeah.
I will now coronate you.
Yeah,
I will now I'm the kingmaker.
Yeah.
I'm the one who makes these decisions. And he was upstaged. Not really, just somebody just took away his moment of drama and it pissed him off.
Yeah, and now he's left with nothing but a fucking Twitter endorsement.
Yeah.
Which means nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
And it turns out it means nothing to everybody in there because they didn't even pick that guy. They picked the guy who was David Duke with us baggage.
So let's talk about that too. Trump's hold on the party is fucking slipping even among his maggots.
Yeah.
So because all these guys are all straight maggots, like Jim Jordan, but so is Steve Scalise. Steve Scalise is a hardcore fucking maggot.
And he didn't endorse Scalise.
Right.
But Scalise got more votes.
Right. So I think it's really telling that Trump's hold over even the sort of maggot faithful is beginning to slip. Because before, in times gone by, if Trump had said it's Jim Jordan, all the MAGA guys would have lined up behind Jim Jordan. But now they're like, whatever, man, MAGA's its own thing. And I really think that's what's starting to happen is like there's the Republican Party and then there's the MAGA Party. And then within MAGA, there's sort of like
Trump loyalists.
There's Trump loyalists and non-Trump loyalists. Yeah. Like MAGA is now its own thing outside of Trump. He does not have control of either the Republican Party or the MAGA contingent.
He very much doesn't have control of the Republican Party because we've seen multiple people that he's endorsed fail.
Oh, yeah.
And that's happened multiple times. And you could see it's really eating at him. And the people he's endorsing aren't winning. And the people he's endorsing, people aren't paying attention to him endorsing him.
Absolutely.
That makes him very upset. I read an article today that said the best way to beat Trump is to keep pointing out he's dumb and that he's not in control. If you can do both of those things, then Trump gets madder and madder. And they're saying he's very much madder and madder now because he's not in control of the things that are happening to him. And he's very upset by that. And if you keep pointing that out, that eats at him.
It does. And he's more liable to make more stupid mistakes because we make mistakes when we're angry. One other side benefit of getting this angry is that when you're really, really angry, your blood pressure goes up. I'm just saying.
No,
these are biological truths.
And his blood pressure might be low. We have no idea. We don't know where his blood pressure is.
Your blood pressure goes
up. Blood pressure could be low. Maybe it needs to be higher.
It's a lot of strain on the heart.
Maybe it needs to be higher.
Sometimes people count golf as exercise, but then
people
other people know it's not.
If they're upset.
Right.
You know what I mean? That happens.
You can't cure everything with hamburgers. That's just,
You can cure a lot with a hamburger.
I just said everything. I didn't say nothing.
You can cure a lot.
You can cure a lot.
You can cure a lot.
I've cured a lot of problems with a hamburger. That's for sure. I'm just saying there's not a lot of downside in getting Trump real mad. There was when he had like nuclear codes.
I will say, I actually like my own homemade hamburgers better than I like any restaurant hamburger.
Any restaurant.
Yeah.
And you're going to start liking your meals better than any restaurant when you start using HelloFresh. Hi, I'm Ian, and if you're excited to pound your own meat, then boy, do I have a sponsor for you. It's HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal. With so many in-season ingredients, you'll taste all the freshness of fall in every bite of HelloFresh's chef-crafted recipes. Produce travels from the farm to your door for peak ripeness you can taste. Even though fall can feel jam-packed, HelloFresh makes whipping up a home-cooked dinner actually doable with quick and easy options, including their 15-minute meals. That's less time than it takes to get delivery. And with everything pre-portioned and delivered right to your door every week, it really is a no-brainer. We all know HelloFresh takes the hassle out of mealtime, but did you know it can also save you money? HelloFresh is 25% less expensive than takeout. So that means you get an easy home-cooked meal on the table and more money back in your pocket. I know when I'm at home with a pound of meat, I'm excited to smash my own burger because I know it'll be juicy, tasty, and economical. Why bother having some stranger smash your burger when you know you can do it better yourself and for free? And on the real, like, you get the food and you can tailor it to however you want rather than relying on the whims of somebody else who may not understand your delicate palate. And it's also a lot of fun to cook. So that's why I like it. So if you do too, go to HelloFresh.com/50glory and use code 50glory for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, that's HelloFresh.com/50glory and use code 50glory. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Now back to the episode.
What is your favorite restaurant burger type?
I like fast food. Right? I like fast food hamburgers over like getting one at like a pub or whatever.
Okay, so I like a smash burger.
Yeah.
Smash burger as a hamburger type is a wonderful hamburger type. When you make a burger at home, do you make a smash burger?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Delicious way to make a burger.
It's an outstanding way to make a burger.
Outstanding.
It's an outstanding way to make a burger. And it makes, I have I have a recipe on our on my Seasoned Liberty, and it's an excellent. What I did was I wanted to try to recreate like what a Big Mac might taste like if you did it right. And so I made 2 smash burgers, the good cheese on there.
Well, you had to use Styles, not even a secret sauce.
Yeah, I made my own sauce. So it's my own secret sauce. It's special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles. I didn't use the pickles, but
is it special sauce? Oh, this is special sauce in the rye.
Yeah, it's special sauce. Yeah,
not
so it's not secret sauce.
I got the whole.
Yes, but I put the pickles in the sauce. So I chop up pickles very fine and I put them in my sauce. So instead of putting pickles on the burger, I chop them up giant and put them on and it actually permeates. A good pickle will permeate the entire. And I use pickle juice or vinegar as the kick inside of that too. So it's a little sour flavor and then the amazing burger flavor, which is beefy and juicy and delicious. And so
do you like the big thick patty burger at all?
Not really. Not a huge fan. I mean, it depends on the place. And lots of times the thing is too, I don't trust places, so I almost always get a medium well. So I don't go out and get like a medium rare burger.
No, you can't,
because I won't do it unless I make it.
Yeah.
And that again is if I'm going to make it at home, it's going to be a better burger because it's going to be cooked better than I can get it out somewhere. I won't order a medium. I'll order maybe. I think the lowest I'll go is medium somewhere.
Yeah, if I'm out, like I won't even make my own. Like, if I make my own burger at home and I'm going to do anything other than like medium well, I'm going to grind my own meat.
That's what I'm saying. I would grind myself.
Right.
So
I would not like buy ground meat.
I won't buy ground meat, and I won't even get it from the butcher and have them grind it.
No way.
I will grind it myself,
right,
and then cook it to 135 and be like, okay,
then I'd eat that.
I'll be okay with it because I ground it myself. I know what was in it. So, but I won't do it any other way. And that's the thing is, I won't go to a restaurant and order it that way.
Right.
So I just don't trust it. I just don't want to get sick off of E. coli at a restaurant where that's a possibility.
But the smash burger is the perfect way to make a burger.
Smash burger is a well done burger, and so there's no way you're not going to fuck it up, and it's going to taste good still too.
Unlike McDonald's, you
don't like McDonald's?
No, their burgers. Like I like McDonald's McChicken.
Yeah,
their McChicken's fine. I don't get the lettuce or the rest. I just get pickles
chicken. Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. Like the rest of McDonald's, like I
hate it when I go to like Wendy's and I order their spicy chicken sandwich, and I almost like I used to say light mayo, and I just stopped. I just completely stopped. I'm like just no mayo
because they don't have a light touch.
Because these guys, they will take a fucking caulk and gun full of mayo.
Yeah.
And I've asked for light mayo, and I picked it up, and there is just like a fucking giant bukkake cum shot of mayo hanging out the side. And I'm like, what is happening, man? I asked for light mayo, and it's probably somebody who's pissed off. They don't want to work there, and they're like, fuck your face. Here's a bunch of mayo for this asshole. But I always hate that. I'm like, man, there's so much mayo. It's like literally just like it's like an oil burger, and I'm like, I don't want that at all. So I just actually say no toppings on it almost all the time now.
Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich is the best thing on that.
It is genuinely outstanding.
It is the best thing on that menu. It's so good. Although I will say the Wendy's double stack,
they're good.
That's a decent
solid burger. It's a solid burger. I think the Wendy's has a good burger. It's interesting. There's a guy who I follow on YouTube, is Iron Chef. He's an old Iron Chef.
Okay.
And his son takes him places because he's a chef, and so he doesn't eat these places. And his son is like, we're gonna go try all these fast food joints. And so he buys his dad a food, and his dad sits down, and his dad reacts to eating this food.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is a real chef, like a genuine, like high-end world-class chef who's eating this stuff. And he's also not. I think he's clearly not from America. He speaks he speaks English very well, but I don't think he was born here, and so he doesn't have the fast food culture that we have. So he's just eating these things that you wouldn't expect. And one of the things he really loved was the Baconator. He laughed his ass off when he said it's like a Terminator but with bacon. And he couldn't stop laughing. He thought it was amazing. But he tried. He's like, this is a good burger. He's like, this is an excellent burger. He's like, out of the things we've tried, he's like, this one is outstanding.
I don't know that I've had a bacon.
Yeah, it's evidently it's like a giant. And they went to Chick-fil-A and he really liked their fries because they were waffle cut. I was like, this guy knows
waffle
his
cut fries.
This guy knows his fries.
That's legit.
I'll tell you what.
That's legit. That's the way to cut them.
I would love to eat his cookies with some fava beans and a nice chilled fresca.
Tom, we got to talk. Now that we're talking about food, let's talk about Hannibal Lecter. By the way, if you're looking for a show that doesn't make any sense at all, because the Hannibal Lecter stories make no sense, right? Like the Hannibal Lecter stories in themselves, except for Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs is good.
Yeah.
I think the rest of them are all just like they're trying to make it as crazy as they can to make this guy as like mighty old man as they can to like kill people and be able to cut their brains open while they're talking. This is the dumbest shit you've ever seen, right? All that Hannibal stuff.
Insane.
But the Hannibal stuff, the Hannibal TV show with Mads Mikkelsen, his name is or whatever.
Okay.
The food in there, I don't care what it's made out of. I don't care if it's person. I'm there. You can't get me off that. It looks so good. The food this guy makes looks that they really went out of their way with the food photography in that series. The series itself is just, I mean, it's everything you expect out of a Hannibal Lecter series.
So it's nonsense.
So it's nonsense and it's dumb and it's a cop drama that's not, I mean, it's just Hannibal Lecter winning all the time. It's really, it's what you expect of it.
Sure.
So it's the plot isn't great, but the food photography in it is seriously the best I've ever seen in anything.
Really?
It's so freaking good. In anything I can remember, the food looked the best in this than I've ever seen anywhere else.
See, now I kind of want to watch it, but then I'd have to watch it.
Yeah. I think maybe you might be able to find on like YouTube some of the clips.
Somebody just clipping it out. Look, here's the thing. I hope that I'm never murdered. But if I am murdered, and somebody treats my body with that much care.
With that much care and respect, that Hannibal treated all.
It's more care and respect I've ever given my body myself. I don't even give my.
Talking about wanting to be eaten by someone. Oh my God. All right. So I do need to catch up on the news, I think. But doing this live stream has helped me figure out some of the struggles getting the live stream to work. OBS is not intuitive to me. Let's see. Okay, I got one left. Let's see, 4 openings. Okay. Let's go again. Okay. Let's see how if I can get a flawless arms dealer.
successor who has taken up the mantle. The madness must be stopped.
That was pretty close. Hey, we got a.
Yes, thanks, I do. There's an old Earth mythological creature. Never mind.
You would do well to leave your hide site to better understand our enemies.
I'll do that.
All right. I think I might switch characters. Been playing Warlock all day. Let's see. All right, give me a second. I'll be back.
Titan, are you looking for parade ground? This is not a combat zone. Move along. Titans defend the city. Yes, as will we all.
New notification. DualSense wireless controller disconnected.
Thank God wishes to everyone. They are appreciated.
New notification. Dual sense wireless control.
All right.
Battery low.
I'm back.
Tell your friends about me. Check it.
Okay. Just getting a few items out of my postmaster so that the thing won't fill up. Might try out this nightshade. Seems kind of good. Let's go check for more bounties.
All right, Guardian. This is a smash and grab. Smash some high, grab a chunk of some mine.
And live to tell the tale.
But I worry we are missing a piece of our enemy's plan. Maybe for now, but we'll have a war mine up and running soon. If anyone can outmaneuver Zebu Arad, it's Rasputin. I'll get that door open again. Vault security re-up. You know what to do, Guardian. Hayaki, here we come.
Cool. Got a flawless on that one.
The great Clovis Bray, finally risen from your frozen tomb. What feels the presence of his retinue?
He means to help us restore the war mind, so that we may wield its knowledge against the witness.
We need him to save Rasputin's life.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Both such noble endeavors for a man as vile as he. I am not convinced, and I hope neither of you.
Guardian, we've received intel that Branka's Zahn is supplying weapons to the Shadow region.
Scions have already attempted their onslaught of Zon's base, but I miscalculated the strength of this operation.
You miscalculated?
Yes. Do you have further questions?
Right. Let's get them free. Returned somehow.
Names hold power. It is not unlikely this new Zon is a successor who has taken up the mantle.
Regardless, it must be stopped.
Thank you, Guardian. I've instructed the Scions to aid you. Free the others, and you will have a formidable team to face Raucous Zon.
We'll take all the help we can get.
Cool. All right. Here's another flawless.
You would do well to leave your hide site to better understand our enemies. I'll do that.
Let me take another break real quick. All right. Let's do another strike.
Descend to the heart of the temple. You're looking for one of the Queen's techians. Tech witches, you guardians call her. Her name is Sadia. She was taken, but she can be saved. She will try to kill you. As much as you might like to do,
Okay.
you must spare her.
It's really hard for me to see with the lighting setup I have when it gets dark in the game. But I'll twist it around. Okay. All right. Okay. This is one of the more intense strikes. I don't usually. This one is harder to get a flawless on because there's some sort of jumps that are based on luck. I mean, I guess there's more than luck, but experience would definitely help you. Okay. So the big jump is coming up ahead. I sometimes let the players in front of me just go down there. I'm trying to get pulse rifle kills for one of the challenges for Season of the Lost or Festival of the Lost. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna attempt to jump since I'm on stream. So you can see what I'm talking about. This is where I usually die. There's some of those spinning taken blights on the way down. And it usually catches me right here. It got me. Now, can I correct myself? Nope. Oh, I got it. Okay. I could have used my grapple, but I was trying to see if I could just jump. Okay. So usually that taken blight hits me is just KO, you know. That time I got lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. That caught me at all.
Here she is. Let's bring her back to the light. Watch yourself.
Man, this lighting is so bad. I can't see. Take a break right here. I remember doing all the Ascendant challenges. That was pretty epic. I think a piece of rock got very close to hitting me there. They should probably pull me in a second. No, right at the end. Damn it. There you go. Oh, wow, I'm wiped. I should have just kept running. All right. I think I'm going to end it here. Might be back on to play on my hunter using those moth gauntlets. All right. Yeah, let me go call this a day. Had a pretty good time, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.